So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Oh, terrible pass. And he's got the beating of his man. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Bale tries to play it through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's being shifted off it. And he was quick to react. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
That is good alertness. Yaya Toure. Vietnam getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Quality ball. Seedorf passing nice and neat. This is a promising build-up.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And it's Seedorf. And that would have been some goal.
Seedorf certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Played into space. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Best. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Seedorf. Lahm. Bale gets over and intercepts. Hazard stood his ground strongly. And here's Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Drive. It's Hazard! Goal! Manchester United! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's in on goal. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nesta. Great vision. Oh, that is a good ball. Big chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. time and again they are repelled. Cleared without hesitation. Yaya Toure. Oh, they could break here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And it's Pirlo. Bale picks it up out wide. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Very nicely done.
Hazard clearly held on to it far too long.
And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Vietnam trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're underway for the second half.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Can he get on the end of this? Played out to the left flank. Flashes it, a towering header! And that's a sharp finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Lahm.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Bale gets across to intercept that. Looking to play him in. Van der Sar claims comfortably. Bullet needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Best very much a man of this moment. Pirlo. Played out towards the right wing. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vietnam have got it back and they'll have another go. Keeper's got good distance on that. Nesta. Oh, this looks sharp. Vieira. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yaya Toure. And that has left him in a heap. Jordi Alba. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out wide. And he lines up a... Oh, good climb! He will be livid with himself.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So
Number
changes
10,
afoot here, and from
Cristiano
both sides.
Ronaldo. Number 22, Hazard. Number 18, George
Oh,
Best.
now here's an interesting
Coming on
matchup.
the field, number 5,
Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Pele. Number 6, Yamal. Substitution in progress.
Vietnam do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's just misjudged that one.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Played into space. Jordi Alba receives it in a wide position.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11, Pirlo. Coming on the field is number 15, Platini.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yaya Toure.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Pele. He's got away. Can he finish? Thuram attempts a clearance. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
This is it then, now or never. Just 5 minutes left. Yamal. Nicely weighted ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rummenigge. He's trying to hit the front line here.
200 minutes has been indicated.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Yamal. That's been cut out, well played. Now there's a fine ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be,
And if
and
you
they're
do
all
have
scored.
a chance today, please take some time out to
Your
give
final
your support
thoughts, Jim?
to our
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. What do you think about the formation here, Jim?
Well, Peter, in opting for this system, there's a confidence that stems from the manager and flows through his players. This is a team with courage to get on the ball and look to entertain with an abundance of goals. Plan B is for someone else. This team will stick to their plan A, and if it's not working, they'll persist until they get it right.
Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
Now it's Ronaldinho. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pirlo. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Pelé.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Lahm. Yaya Toure. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely shaped ball. Varane kept his eye on it, and he's there. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bale is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Yaya Toure. And it's Lahm. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Gullit does really well to win the ball there. Manchester United are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Seedorf. Ronaldinho. To Lahm. Yaya Toure. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread to the right. Ronaldinho. Looking to play him in. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chance! He's had it taken off him. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Bale. And it's Yaya Toure. And it's Bale. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Jordi Alba. Ambitious ball here. No, that's been intercepted. That has not gone well. And the pass is intercepted. Caresses it through.
That's going in strongly.
Lahm. For Yaya Toure. Ronaldinho. Vieira. There he goes, motoring forward. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Vieira wins the duel this time. Vieira. Pass somewhat off target. Yaya Toure can see things others simply cannot. Pinches it off him. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yaya Toure. And it's played forward. Best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Toure with a fine tackle.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Lahm. Cristiano Ronaldo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jordi Alba gets over and intercepts. Looks to the other side. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Thuram. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Impressive jump! And no mistake! And there is opener. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And this is Hullet. He's through here. Vieira. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Pele, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And Yaya Toure! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 18, George Best. Number 21, Pele. Number 42, Toure.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Christian Carambeu. Substitution in progress.
And here's Azar. Varane with the slide tackle there. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could...
Ibrahimovic! Oh, it's hit the post! One-nil as we head towards the end. Carambeu with his sights permanently. Here's a chance! So close to drawing level.
Carambeu was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United have their third corner.
Pirlo. Coming on to replace him is
They've
number
played it short.
15, Platini.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Manchester United get their fourth corner. A header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. Good read, needed to be. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Played out to the left flank. And he's worked it through. Not a hint of offside here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Or a bust challenge.
There will be
Report
3
shows there will
minutes
be
added
3
time.
extra minutes. And it's Maldini. And that's gone loose. Maldini. And he shoots! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Thuram. Hazard. And it's Pirlo. Yaya Toure. Lahm. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Yaya Toure. It's a good run down the right. Now it's Pelé. He's got away.
Pretty robust defending.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now he's got space here. Shot, surely! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Buffon herring after the ball here. And it's Yaya Toure, brilliantly cut out. Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. And the counter is on. It's played through for him. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Looking to play him in. Vieira gets across to intercept that. Pirlo.
Manchester United genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's Ronaldinho! Now, who's going to... Oh, what has happened here? That's very neat. Lahm plays it in. Almost half an hour in now. And the pass is intercepted. Probing pass. And this is Ronaldo. Out of play for a throw. Yaya Toure. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's in a good position. And a chance! They've scored!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with...
Shot a goal! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, no joy this time. And it's been given away. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ronaldinho with the short one. Now it's Ronaldinho, played into the box, and that is expertly dealt with. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pele. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's certainly onside here. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Jordi Alba. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. And he was quick to react. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Vietnam up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Vietnam have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Pele. He has found the way through. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Yaya Toure. And that has put paid to that. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf looking understandably energised after his goal. Yaya Toure. Oh, easy pickings there. Pele. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Distributed tidily. He's through here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Cristiano Ronaldo is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Now, can they get him away? Just about up to the hour now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lahm. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's found the way through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Pirlo. And this is Pele! Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's good running with the ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That is a great pick out. Van der Sar gets it clear. Hazard makes it. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Substitution for Manchester United.
The two
Number
coaches
10,
are signalling
Cristiano
changes here,
Ronaldo.
both at the same time.
Number 21.
Vieira, laid into space, and the shots!
Hazard.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be
Coming on the
finished.
field, number 5, Ibrahimovic.
Great vision. Platini elects to cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Ronaldo. Number 15, Platini.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Michel Platini. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Best.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that is a good ball. Chance for a shot! Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Looking for options for movement. Showing great feet there. Oh, that's fabulous. Ibrahimovic had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Might be danger here. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries a shot! And that's a tiny finish. Deep into injury time. That is so good, such sharp skill. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Vietnam can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. What do you think about the formation here, Jim?
Yeah, Peter, and I would say that this setup is probably mostly geared to the front three. I think keeping them busy with chances is obviously a responsibility for everyone else in the team, so the midfield four in particular are keen to get on the front foot and play their part. The back three have just got to get on with it, and at times they are left a little exposed.
Oh, great leap! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest.
Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Pelé. He's cut it out. That's put paid to the danger. Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Can he get it through? Cristiano Ronaldo! Jordi Alba going forward. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Lahm. Ronaldinho. And this is Ronaldo. Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Yaya Toure tries to play it through. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
It's an inviting looking ball that. Stood up well to him there. Vieira. He won't be happy with that one. Ronaldinho. Yaya Toure. Bale running with intent. Now it's Platini. Bullet. Now it's Ronaldinho. Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. Jordi Alba. Oh, good climb! And he's straight offside. Great vision. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's one-on-one! Referee has just said play on. Ronaldo is herring after that one.
Manchester United really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely aimed pass. Ronaldo gets into a good position. Pelé. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pelé, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pelé. Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Crossed into the middle. Cleared away. Lahm powering forward here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bale wriggles his way through. It's Pelé! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That is lovely. Opts to play it back. And there's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Pelé clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Platini goes short. Decent chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Bale. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's fabulous. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. And that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Vietnam are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's good running with the ball. That has been slung wide. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nesta clears it away. Seedorf. And he was quick to react. Pelé, and here's Platini to Cristiano Ronaldo! And a neat finish! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make.
He's having a shot! And it's in! Manchester United are back on level terms. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, can he get onto this? Bale scooting forward. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Pele, always looking for that half a chance. Jordi Alba.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Pele, who has played it in low, and he can thump it away. And it's Yaya Toure, and he's in on goal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vieira. The ball's gone astray. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's got away. Cristiano Ronaldo being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 21, Pele. Number 15.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to
Number
pass it
18,
through.
George
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Bale. Coming on
Leicester
the field.
promptly onto that, and that is that.
Ibrahimovic. Number 22.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Number 19.
Well, you might
Rooney.
think he got off lightly.
Number
It is
6,
just a verbal warning.
Yamal. Number 13. Roberto Carlos. Substitution.
And it's Azar.
Oh, great feat, that. Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Spread to the right, back towards the middle. Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Rooney. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Rooney. Can he get on the end of this? Davids. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Hazard. Now it's Rooney. Oh, he's bustling through here. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Vietnam may have thrown this away at the death. Can he? Will he? And they've turned it round. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Manchester United found the way forcibly. Now they must hold out.
It looks to be the correct call, Peter, and in the circumstances it really had to be.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, nicely intercepted. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. That's the end. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity.